Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Courts. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. Come on in, collective. Use your intuition, your best discernment. Without further ado, big shout out to the divine creator of all things as we tap into these ethereal things to see what it is that we need to see by way of divine timing. What is going on, Holy Spirit? Somebody's looking at their spirituality. Somebody's looking at an illusion by way of their spirituality. Why did I see that? Illusionist. Who's this person looking at somebody's spirituality or looking at their own spirituality? Somebody is discovering their true self. Clarify. Oh, why are they afraid? What's going on? Listen, something is being made transparent. Somebody's a false prophetess out here. False intuitive. Somebody is faking the funk, quagmire energy, stand here, trying to lead people into confusion, illusionist energy. Now they're afraid because the illusion has been shattered and people can see them for who they are. Clarify this person. What's going on? Yeah, somebody's looking at somebody's spirituality. I can't make this up because you got people with real spiritual gifts that are here, which is really making it hard for people to be fake and phony. Okay, that makes sense to me. Come through, Holy Spirit, spiritual gifts, peace, and harmony. And then you have people that are faking the funk. Clarify. Somebody's looking at their spirituality. Yeah, they not looking so good out here. Very insecure, a lot of self-doubt. The illusions aren't illusional anymore. People aren't illusioned by their delusional ways of projections. This illusionist looks crazy out here. Clarify this person. Now they're mad. They want to take out the person that is authentic. Somebody wants to take out the people that are exposing them for being a fraud and a fake. In fact, they're having violent thoughts. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just here to channel the message. This is somebody that did too much, a spiritual glutton. They overdosed on praise and worship and illusions and magic and setting people up. Weird shit. Their mask had fallen off. I don't know if people knew or they didn't know that it was coming, but 2026 is the year of the mask off. Like who you are, what you show up as in the ethers is what you are. Nobody can cloak and wear your energy and all that weird. No, you can't wear nobody else's face. Somebody is mad because they spent the last of their illusions, their delusions, their sigils, whatever the hell this is, whatever they conjured up. They spent the last on it to try to take a gift from the universe that was designated for the divine collective, spiritual gifts, peace, and harmony. Something about your intuition being made aware. This person is real angry. Oh, they angry. They need to watch their mouth. Nasty mouth, caca mouth, mind games. Yeah, somebody is just a weirdo. I don't even want to channel your thoughts. You got a lot going on. Whoever that person is, they feel rejected. They feel isolated. They're afraid. People can see that they're a liar. They're a Jezebel. They had a lot of people fooled too. Mind games, manipulation, and trickery. Somebody looks for people with low IQs. I'm just going to be honest. Somebody looks for people that are slow, that are remedial, that are touched. Okay? Ciao. Isolation, despair. Even the people that are hurting, even the people that this person deemed to be slow and remedial can see through their illusions. Even with people with a low IQ, or according to this person, people that they thought were dumb, people that they tried to play for dumb, can see through their illusions. Dang, come through. Somebody feels so naked out here in the spiritual community. What's this going on? Clarify, spirit. Yeah, this person is weird. The intellectual thief. Somebody wanted to download your intellect in order to gain some type of profit, make money, build a business. They want to be smart like you. Reading a book would be too much like right. Perfecting your craft is too much like right. That somebody was like, I'll just steal from you. Whatever. I'll just copy you. Doppelganger. You know, whenever you see people try to copy you, they never do it right. And you kind of know your mannerisms and you can see your words and your mannerisms on somebody else. And it's just funny to watch. I used to get offended, but now not so much. When you make your gift publicly available to the world, you're going to get a whole bunch of people that will admire your authenticity. Those are really authentic people naturally. They don't want to be you, but they respect the fact that you are authentic within your gift. But then you got a bunch of people that are just simply lost and wandering ass souls that are looking to take on the persona of anybody that is available. Yeah, this is somebody that's out shopping for friends, okay? This is somebody that doesn't like to be alone. Friend, ally, confidant. I can't make it up. Now they want to come over to the other side, but it's not for good reasons, y'all. It's because they couldn't take you out. They couldn't copy you. They couldn't take your spiritual signature. They got caught up in spiritual jail, spiritual court. This is why they want to cross over to the other side. They're like, hey, hi, hello, friend. No, you're not a friend, honey. You're a thief. You're afraid. You're insecure. You need to go do some shadow work. You need to heal. You're going to lose everything and everybody. This is what Spirit is saying. That's honestly, that's a gift, because that means that the universe is giving this person an opportunity to sit with themselves and figure out who they are. Let's just see. Will they take the opportunity? Clarify, quagmire, setup, entrapment. Will they sit with themselves? Ooh, where they sit with themselves. Somebody wants to be a role model, but they're very pretentious, honey. They're just, this person is not a good person. Something about being isolated. So this person wanted other people to be isolated, hurting, and now they're getting a taste of their own poison. This is what Spirit is saying. Mind games and manipulation. Somebody's trying to dissect their own illusions and figure out what's real and what's not. This person is tasting a cup of poison that they gave to so many people over time, okay? They really want to be this. They really want to be the Sigma. They really want to be independent. They want to be fearless. They want to be like, they really want to be that, okay? But are they? No, there's somebody who's disingenuous. This is somebody that really doesn't care about people. Now, I know this is going to be a shock to inauthentic people, but when you are a role model, of which I really don't like the word role model, because it makes it seem like you got it all figured out. No, when you really are that one, to use your gifts in a certain way, you actually have to do the work. You absolutely have to care about people. You have to be genuine. But this is because you absolutely care about yourself. You care about the divine. You understand human nature. Somebody doesn't want that. They want to wear the title. They want to wear the coat. They want to be seen as somebody who is genuine, but they refuse to be isolated long enough to go within. That's a no. Just a heads up. I can't tell anybody what to do with their life. I'm out of that. I'm not even connected to that. Yeah, this person is weird. They're still trying to figure out a way how to bind themselves into somebody's authentic heart space, authentic sexual energy, abundance, star energy, star quality. Baby, they're just sipping this cup of poison real slow. This person has prepared a cup of poison for themselves, and they're the last to know. They're really afraid. Being themselves makes them afraid. Yeah, maybe they got to change something about themselves. I don't know. Something on the aesthetic level, too. Access. This person wants access to the gift, but they don't want the knowledge. They don't want the knowledge by way of instructions on how to be authentic. Like the universe is telling this person, listen, we're sitting you down long enough. Will you take this offer? You know, when we pull the Four of Cups, and it's always that little hand coming out of the clouds with the Four of Cups, and then you have somebody there folding their arms like, I don't want that. This kind of person, ungrateful. It's an ingrate. Even if you give this person everything, let's just say you give them money, cars, status, all of that. The character that they carry is that of somebody who's disingenuous. It'll never be enough. They're insatiable. They're a glutton. They're trying to feed something that's never satisfied. It's animalistic. It's a bestiality energy. Yeah, they're weird. But take everything away from them and they have a really hard ego death. And the only thing they have to drink is the poison and the toxic energy and the harmful energy that they've given to other people without regard for human nature. Now they got a problem. Now they're having an ego death. So now they still want to steal. They can't even do that right. You see this person coming a mile away. I just heard, oh, they got a pick apart brain. Y'all remember Pick Apart? I don't know what part of the planet you're on, but in California, we had a place called Pick Apart, you know. Let's just say you had a Toyota Corolla, you know. You needed a part for your car. You just go to the pick a part junkyard and you pick the part that you want from an older model, and you don't have to pay the manufacturing pricing, you know? I don't know if y'all know, but I work on cars. I know my way around a car. I know my way around the car. I can rewire a lot of things, y'all. Okay? I'm a girly girl, you know, but I know how to do some things if I have to. But if there's a real man in the presence of myself, I won't get in the way of a man changing my tire. But if he is not there, I do not seek out to be the damsel in distress. That was a random thought, you know. I don't know why I shared that. Maybe I'll figure it out later. But that's just random for somebody that might want to know. Maybe somebody's like, just get back to the reading. Okay, without further ado, let's do that. I agree with that. Let's get back to the reading. Knowledge. You got higher level knowledge, okay? Whoever you are, you listen, you a bad mama jamma, okay? You got these people shutting their mouths, okay? Clarify this intellectual thief. They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know your next idea. This is an emotional manipulator. They float through the ethers. They're barely in their body. They're always astral projecting, seeking for whom they can bind and fool and trick and whatever. Strip them of all that and you have nothing, okay? Clarify. Yeah, Spirit says call back your energy, strip this person of everything authentic by way of your character and watch them fold. Oh, wow. Somebody's being folded up like a lawn chair. Clarify. This person is scared because they've been doing this for so long. Yeah, I can't make this up. Something about the stars, something about your crown, something about your destiny, okay? Spiritual rank, spirit guide, divine intervention. Game over, y'all. There's a destiny swapper here that successfully got something out of somebody's destiny, or at least this was their belief system. Just imagine walking around and looking at your house and the car that you got and the money that you got and the nails that you got, knowing that you did it under the illusion that you were somebody else. That is the oddest way to like exist on the planet, because you really had to fully be engulfed in the idea that you were somebody else. And now that essence, that energy is being stripped away, you can no longer wear a mask. We're in the age of Aquarius. Mask off. Show your face. Let us see who you really are, or get your inauthentic ass thrown in the basura. It's really just that simple. It could be really simple. Don't make it complicated. Yeah, game over. Now that somebody doesn't have that, because with destiny and spirit guide, somebody was showing up as somebody with spiritual gifts. Yeah, spirit rerouted this person back to their inner child. Like, listen, now that we've taken all this away, it's for the best of for your higher self. Go find out who you are. Clarify. Go find out who you really are. You got divine feminine energy here. People really want that divine feminine energy, but they got to start with their inner child. And it could seem like a lot of work, but catering to your inner child shouldn't seem like work. It shouldn't feel like pulling teeth. You should want to do that. That's you. If you don't look out for you, who's going to look out for you? Well, I didn't have a good mom. Well, be the mom that you wish you had. Because the mom that you had used to be a child and she did the best that she could. You could spend the rest of your life being mad at your mom or maybe mad at your dad. It's not going to get you anywhere. Everybody's got a story. Everybody got problems. Everybody has something they had to get through. Your story is not that special. And this is not to be inconsistent by way of being considerate, because I'm constantly considerate to human nature. But this is a wake up call to go get your inner child. Nobody's going to pick up your inner child. You over here trying to be somebody else because you think that they had a better upbringing than you. Oh, she's pretty. If I just had her face, if I just had his this and that. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll always end up feeling deflated. Defleeted? Oh, why did I say that? I meant to say depleted. Defleeted. Somebody doesn't want to fleet. Defleet. Yeah, they don't like this feeling. Being stripped down to your authentic nature is not easy. It's not easy, especially when you've been so focused on stealing somebody's intellect, talking like them, sounding like them, being like them, only to find out that they're reading books you ain't never even heard of. You running out of material, you running out of something, you running out of authenticity. And now your inauthentic self can't keep up. Go find your inner child and sit your punk ass down. Yeah, it's like walking through somebody's life and it's like, oh, look at their home, look at their this. Yeah, because you tried the destiny swap with somebody. You didn't even get this on your own account, on your own accord. You stole it. You stole essence. And it's not that you stole essence, because I don't feel like this person is that powerful. I just feel like they're a good pretender and they found people to believe that they were the real deal. Until the mask fell off and people are like, what? Yeah. It reminds me of that scammer lady. This is what this reminds me of. That scammer lady. Y'all probably heard about it. Her name is Stormy. Yeah, we won't go into that, but it's giving that kind of energy, you know? Now that this person's been stripped down, take everything from these people and you'll see who they are, because they did it for money. They did it for money, sex, love, all the things that should come natural. It really should be organic. So why would you need to steal that from somebody else? That doesn't make any sense. And then you get mad when people call their energy and their power back. Make it make sense. Like, that's my energy, that's my power. What are you doing? How dare you take your power away? Yeah, because you built a whole life off of somebody else's power and energy. Yeah. After midnight, all that shit gonna turn back into a pumpkin anyway. We're about to see you for who you are. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Now they mad. They don't like it. Now they upset. They're too busy focused on Cardi B and Offset. His life is all messed up. Okay. Yeah. Mind games, trickery, pretentious. This'll work. It'll work. I'll just pretend. I'll just watch you. I'll do this. I'll do like you do. No. Whenever you see spiritual teachers and leaders, okay, of any kind or any sort, they're here to simply guide you to the divine within you. If you come across a reader, a spiritualist, a preacher, a pastor, a prophetess, or whatever they deem themselves to be, and it doesn't lead you back to your inner child, run. You will end up in a master-slave relationship. And sad to say, y'all, everybody don't want to be sovereign. Some people want to be slaves. Everybody doesn't want to be set free. They like the illusion. They like being asleep. It's scary waking up because now they got to look at everything with true eyes and the truth. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Clarify this projection right now. Who is this projection? It's a guy out here. You're a weirdo. You're non-committal. Stay up out the energy. Clear that energy out. Yeah, it's a divine masculine over here too that's attracted. What's up, divine masculine? We love you, boo. We'll put the sword down for the divine masculine. We'll be the queen of cups. You got a player in the energy, somebody that's an illusionist trying to pretend to be a divine masculine. You got somebody fake out here trying to pretend to be the divine feminine, and they're mad and they're afraid because your intuition can see right through the bullshit. Let me just tell y'all something. It's some real supernatural motherfucking beings walking this planet. Let me just tell you right now. If you plan on telling a lie, you better make sure that you can stick to it. And you're going to be stuck to it, and ain't nobody going to be there to be stuck to it with you. You'll be stuck in your own illusion and your own mental, emotional manipulation because you got some high vibrational beings. Baby, I just went to a meeting in the cosmos, and the men and the women that I set amongst by way of the cosmic council, all I can tell you is that I'm very, very honored. So when you come back down to the illusions of the 3D realm, that has been eliminated. I mean, you got to be at the 5D and above at a minimum. That's the bare minimum moving forward. Yeah, ain't no more 3D, y'all. All this robbing, killing, stealing, destroying, racism, hatred, all this misogynistic, hating men, hating women, hating families, whatever this is, sexism, all the bullshit. All of that stuff looks crazy from a higher perspective. When you really sitting amongst the stars and you having conversations by way of cosmic realms of court, this shit look real stupid. I'm just gonna be honest. It looks real dumb. It looks real dumb. Some of these people have a little bit of time left. Cater to your inner child or get left in this snapped energy in a game that's been over, in a program that's been deleted. Some of these other realms don't even see these people as being useful for NPC reasons, not anymore. They're too easy to spot. Okay. Something about the children, protecting the children. Don't get distracted. This is really about the children and the spiritual gifts that they have. Do not get distracted by what the world has going on. The main focus is about the children and sex trafficking, okay? People paying for children. Transformation. These children are supernatural beings. So the wages for the sins that have been rendered upon these children is the most excruciating death I've ever seen in my life, or of any of my lifetimes. And I've been here a lot of lifetimes, y'all. Yeah, I've been here a lot of lifetimes. We all been here a lot of lifetimes. I saw all of y'all here the last lifetime. This is why I sound familiar to you. This is why my energy seems familiar to you. But really, it's not familiar, it's kindred. These familiar spirits have to go. Yeah, we're all connected to source. We have a contract together to get this shit right this time. Game over for these people. It's over. Leave the children alone. Yeah, spell work, backfiring, chaos magic, backfiring, CPS, backfiring, taking people away from their children, backfiring, breaking up marriages, backfiring. None of that. Nope, 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 nope. This is bringing back the royal divine family, okay? Happy families as they were meant to be, raising healthy children. Children you don't have to whoop and beat. Quit beating the damn children. All that beating and whooping. Well, my mama beat my ass and hurt her. Okay, it's okay. Unlearn that, okay? How about meditation? And if you have to spank your child to render any forms of, in my opinion, this is my opinion, any forms of discipline, make sure you do it when you're not angry. I promise you, it's a different type of approach to your child. Don't beat your children. It's only going to make them violent. No child should be beat. Stop all that. Yeah, once these people can't find nothing to do, they just in the dirt digging up stuff, trying to defame you, trying to find problems, trying to find reasons why you're not the chosen one. They'll find nothing. They don't even know the game is over. They're digging for no reason, digging in vain, honey. The game over, ending, completion, snapped out, unhinged, instability, and crazy. These are really the crazy ones. All the people that called you crazy, who were committed to making you look crazy, now look crazy out here. This is how they look. The reason why they're snapping is because their illusions don't work anymore. They got to take those masks off. Look at the way this guy's got a landing strip in the middle of his head. Stop pulling your hair out. What's wrong with you? Stop hitting yourself. It's like, yeah, it's like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? You've been struck by a real spiritual criminal. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Chaos magic backfired. Hexes, spells, curses. Now they digging up dirt. They don't know what to do. They can't take you down. You're coming up clean. Your aura is clean. Your divine feminine energy, goddess energy, fertility. Oh, wow. Divine masculine energy. You're the emperor. You're the authority figure. You're the king. Stability. Alpha energy. Leadership. Assertive, dominant. Little Mr. and Mrs. whatever this is, whatever plan this is that backfired, baby, it's a mess. Some of these people are contemplating their entire existence, as they should. But they picked a fine time. Why did all this have to backfire on you for you to sit your ass down and go within and look at your inner child? No judgment here, just saying what it is I see. No judgment. Although judgment has been called down from the divine, I agree with the creator. You got snapped, unhinged, instability, crazy, rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind, beauty spells wearing off, manipulation spells wearing off, disingenuous ass offers wearing off. Don't nobody want to be around these people. Excessively gluttons, narcissistic, sociopathic behaviors, intellectual thieves, people that feel like they figured out enough. They're copycat energies, very reptilian energy, shedding of the skin type ass energy. They're afraid now. Because now they can't assimilate to anything. The light team is here. This light team energy, man, let me tell you something about this light realm. If you know, then you know. If you saw me there, you saw me there. Because you are the divine collective. You're connected to source. And the source of information that these people thought they were taking was just surface knowledge. It was a trick. They fell for it. They're drinking from their own cups of poison. Just like that. It was a trick. Look at this person's face. They're like, do, 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 do. I got your consciousness. I know how you think. I'm a Machiavelli. Machiavelli ain't even Machiavelli. You too busy trying to be everybody else. Now you want to be Machiavelli too? You messed up. Machiavelli was Machiavelli. Leave that idea out in the cosmos, wandering in dense energy where it doesn't need to be here. We don't need to resurrect that. What the hell are you studying somebody so deeply for? I just heard studying their opponent. But who's your opponent? Who's opposing you? People go out in this weird little way of thinking and they make people their opponent. And you don't even know it. And you know what happens? Eventually they have to reveal themselves. When you start to really pray and you do that truth spell, divine truth spell, the enemy has to reveal themselves. They'll just come out the woodworks like, bitch. You're like, damn, who is that? The truth spell kicked in. They don't even know why they got to come out and tell you the truth. They just start snapping on you. Because the truth spell is making, that divine truth spell is making them confess who they are, which is a hater, which is a liar, which is a copycat, which is somebody that behind the scenes, they really don't feel that smart. You want to be smart? Read a book, learn a word every day. Read the dictionary, read the thesaurus. Okay, go back to sight words. If you're 35, maybe go back to 5th grade sight words. Get your shit together. Go look at SAT words. Learn the etymology of communication. Learn another language, right? Tu habla español, whatever you speak and whatever it is, get it. These people got to be stripped down. They got to go back to their inner child and they do not like it. Not our monkeys, not our jungle, or something like that. What else, Holy Spirit? Divine Mother, Divine Father. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, I just heard the Holy Spirit say, it is well. It is well. Yeah, it's well. The mask have to fall off. Show me this person, these people, places and things. Why am I reporting this for the divine? Spirit says, because it's time. Okay, well, let's see. Why do we need to know this? Why do we need to know this, divine? These people are being made an example of for upcoming future generations of what not to do. Okay? Some of these people were raising their little children to be little witches. Oh, I remember that dream I had one time where these witches were after me. Oh man, that's when I really realized who I was, like fully, completely. I always knew, but not to the capacity that I did. And in the dream, there was like maybe 1,000 witches. There were little witches, baby witches. They was like, I'm like, damn. It was like a 7-year-old little baby witch dressed all in black. So for those witches that are raising these little witches to be little evil witches, yeah, that time is up. The reason why these people will be taken out as examples to their offspring is, yeah, you don't want to continue that generational curse. Don't be like your mama. If you got a bad mama, don't be like your mama. Forgive her and move on and do something better with your bloodline. I don't care if your grandmother's grandmama, granddaddy, whatever they had going on was doing this, that, and the other. The reason why these stories are coming out as examples of what the hell not to do. F around and get found out. Yeah, and get laid out. Okay, this is what Spirit is saying. It's a whole bunch of monitoring spirits. So you could be seeing more birds, okay, collective. You tapped into nature. You could be seeing flies. You know, some of these people are trying to astral project in the daytime. Some of these people have time release spirits. It's all been canceled. They want to attach to you. They're hoping that something sticks. They pray that something sticks, okay, because they've been found out. Clarify? Yeah, they mad. Most High God said, I'm going to make an example of these people of what not to do, one by one, two by two. The chosen ones are not to be not to be touched. I was going to say churched. Somebody could be going to the church house, the church house. Somebody could say church. Okay, something like that. That came out real easy. You're too divinely protected. They know it. And you trust your intuition. You don't ignore what it is that you feel. The moment you start ignoring your intuition and your discernment, yeah, you done checked out. You better go find your intuition and your discernment until you see what it is you need to see. And if you're around somebody spiritually that's not encouraging you to do that because they're intimidated by your awakening, you're around a hater and you need to hurry up and get away from them. I don't care who they are. Okay. These people are out here desperate. They're begging. They're begging who? There's a thief out here. She's so cute. She's just out here stealing. She is. She's just out here stealing. There's a thief around you. This person stays in the astral realms a greater part of the day. Yeah, they're a day walker. They're like what I like to call a day watcher, day walker, and then they like to do their work after they feel as though they've accumulated enough from everybody in the ethers. This is the hawk in the sky. Clarify the hawk in the sky. They really want to take you out. Somebody could speak Spanish. They really want to take you out. It's a karmic feminine, okay? They're not even really a good femme fatale, and they've been kicked out of the Eastern Stars group. These Eastern Stars are now starting to see whoever this witch is that I'm picking up on, they see this person as a liability. Clarify? They see this person as a liability. Yeah, look, and they just sitting up watching you in the ethers or astral projecting. Somebody spends a lot of time out of their body that they're fragmenting their vessel. You can't leave your vessel vacant. But if you know what to do when your vessel is vacant and you're traveling, of which this person may have thought they knew what to do, but somebody's fragmenting their own like vessel, trying to watch you and astral project because all their energy is over here, like watching you. This is somebody that, again, they're either sleeping in the daytime or they're sedated, or somebody's drinking at night in order to sleep longer, or they're taking something to sleep so that they can astral project in the daytime. They're too busy and they send all their energy over to somebody who's divinely protected just to watch you, be in your protective bubble, hoping to penetrate one little area of your life. This is their main focus. And if all their energy is over here trying to like spy on the collective, what's going on with your vessel? Yeah, too busy trying to see who you making love to. These are my favorite ones, the ones that become obsessed. You know, they want to know about your relationship. They want to know what you're doing. This is somebody that's weird. Ain't no way in hell I'll be discussing my man with little raggedy ass, dirty ass, scrounchy ass people like this. It's a gold digger. Somebody's been successful being a thief. So why should they stop now? This is how they see it. Okay, so now Spirit says we're just going to make you a wandering soul. Since you like being up out of your body so much, astral projecting, we're just going to keep you right here and we're going to make you work for the collective. Now what? Now what? Justice. You got justice angels here, judgment angels. Don't like it? Oh, well. Oh, wait. Yeah, chosen one. Don't like it? Since you want to be out of your body so much and astral projecting the day and the night and all this, you just so obsessive and you peeking through people's windows and shit and hovering over their cars and hovering over their children, we're just going to make sure that now you're obligated to the spirit realm. Now you are really somebody who's crossed over and you just don't even know it. That's your body over there. That's what Spirit is saying. Like you stay about your body so doggone much, trying to astral project over into people's lives and going into places where you're an uninvited guest is creepy. So now we're just going to keep you about your freaking body. You like pulling everybody about their body. Now we're going to keep you about your body. Dharma. Okay. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Yeah, this person is angry because you're protecting your energy. You realize that they were spying on you. This is an energy vampire, a day walker and a night crawler. They try to harvest energy in the daytime so that they'll have power in the night to go feed off of people. They have a system. It's been very systematic and they feel like they don't need to change it. Now they're mad because they stuck in the ethers. Yeah, you're going to be stuck in the ethers. And whatever this Eastern Star energy is, I feel like this is somebody that was a new initiate. Why am I feeling like that? Somebody needed to prove themselves to a sisterhood in order to go up the ranks. Clarify Eastern Star in the reverse. and they failed. Yeah, they failed. They were told to do a certain job, to make a certain sacrifice. This is your first assignment. You want to go up the ranks? Here, we're going to have you do this. This person could have been told anything: sacrifice your child, take her out over there, take out that chosen one. Meanwhile, the chosen one is sitting up here with the scales. Justice is always working in your favor. Chosen one, you protected your energy. You're divinely protected and guided, and you trust your intuition. You know exactly who this person is. This old little third party situation. They were told to break up your relationships, all of them. This was their assignment. This was their sacrifice. In order to go up the ranks, they were told to separate you from anybody that cared about you. Third party situation. Trying to figure out who's around you. Yeah, this person is crazy. They're already in spiritual jail. Like I said, this person wanted to astral project so much. Okay, going into territories, let me tell you, they're so uninvited. They're so hard headed. So hard headed. This person tried to mount a chosen one and ended up getting stuck. And you lost your power. Child, cord cutting. No, we're not cutting the cord. We're going to keep you right there. Whatever you connected to. What you trying to create a cord to? Your physical vessel? To try to get back to your physical vessel? Yeah, you a thief too. You like stealing money? You want the glamorous life, but without love, it ain't much. You stole money from somebody, whoever this person is. They can hear me in the ethers. They're lost. They can't even make it back. They could have tried to do you like this chosen one. Somebody could have tried to siphon you, pull you out your body so you couldn't make it back to your vessel so that they could occupy your vessel. This person wants to wear your skin. This is a skinwalker. Oh, you shapeshift into animals. Okay. Fourth time I channeled this energy for this person. A fatal car crash. Yeah, it's something following them. Notice that in the shadows, something following them. They wanted a fatal car crash for you. Yeah, they broke spiritual law. They might as well go on and hang it up. I don't know who this person is. I do know I can see them in the ethers. But I'm gonna tell you this. I know you, but I don't know you like that. Okay? Because don't nobody want to know nobody like this. That's making stupid ass rules and breaking their own rules, making up their own rules. That's what Spirit just said. Not respecting spiritual law. Divine intervention is here, and you broke spiritual law. Yeah, don't do like this, ladies and gentlemen. Let this be an example of what the hell not to do. Somebody's ass is stuck and they're mad. You tried to do your big one last night. And you caught that storm, you got electrocuted in the ethers. Woo! They saw this pretty little bubble. They're like, oh, I'm just going to go over there. They didn't know that bubble electrocute your ass if you get too close. That's fire, baby. That look like light. But you got ancestors backing you, Divine Collective, that these people didn't even know about. Too busy trying to steal. Look at his face. Somebody was like, oh, I'm just going to go steal. Like, no, that's not okay. How the hell are you smiling? Why the hell are you happy about that? You know what's so funny? That kind of looks like me. Isn't that funny? That shit is funny as hell. That's kind of like what I look like. And people are like, show your face. This is what my face look like. She kind of looked like me a little bit. Like my smile, my nose, my eyes, my teeth, my skin color. She's a little bit more snatched at the waist, okay? But yeah. Huh, interesting. Well, this is the message, okay? Yeah, this is the message. I feel like this person failed their initiation and nobody wants to deal with them. Whenever you got to rob, steal, kill, and destroy to get into a spiritual group, yeah, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one that's sitting back bankrupt. They're stuck in the ethers now. Now the collective will use you. You will have to spend the rest of your time in the ethers making amends with the people that you tried to steal from. That is the judgment. Don't like it? Talk to the divine about it. Can't get in touch with the divine? Well, leave a message and hope to get a call back. I love y'all, okay? This is the message. If it resonated, Give it a thumbs up. Thank you for the love, the support, the donations. It does not go unrecognized. I am eternally grateful for Divine Source. As we close these doors, big shout out to the spirit realm for allowing me to channel the truth, the divine truth. So help me God. Ashe, Selah, Amen. And I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, peace be with you.